Okay, now we're going to have a look at questions 10, 11 and 12, and I'm grouping these together because they are essentially all the same questions. And to do these questions, you need to know that while the general form of the quadratic, general, is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, the factored form is y equals the same a outside of x minus alpha x minus beta. And this is where alpha and beta are our x-intercepts, which is another word for zeros. So just like above, when we were doing question 7f, we knew that the x-intercepts, well, we ended up finding out that the x-intercepts were -4 and +2, and we had factorized it to be x plus 4, negative x to take, that's not a good example for me to go through. Anyway, so here, if you use this formula for these questions, for pretty much all of these questions, and you're subbing in the x-intercepts, then you can solve these questions really quickly. All you then need to find is a, which is the coefficient of x squared when we expand it normally. So let's have a look at question 10c. So here, the x-intercepts are -2 and +4, -2, +4, which means in our brackets, we've got y equals whatever the number out the front is, x take -2, x take 4, which means even though we don't know what's out the front of the brackets yet, and we will, it becomes x plus 2, x take 4. So the quick way is just to change the sign of whatever the x-intercept is. We also know the point 0, -24. So we know 0, -24, when x equals 0, y equals -24. So we can now figure out this last equation we got. We can substitute this point in there. So we know that when x is 0 and y is -24, so we can say -24 equals a, this is what I'm trying to find, outside of 0 plus 2, 0 take 4. So -24 equals a times 2 times -4, -8. Divide both sides by -8, I get a equals +3, which means I now actually know the formula y equals 3 outside of x plus 2, x take 4. And that's it done. I'm going to do question 11c the exact same way. So we know the x-intercepts are -1 and +5. So we know y equals whatever this coefficient of x squared is, a is, x take -1, x take 5. So we get y equals a outside of x plus 1, x take 5. We're now going to sub the point, this is the point 0, 15, because it's the y-intercept. So we know the point 0, 15, so we know when x equals 0, y is 15. So we can say 15 equals a outside of 0 plus 1, 0 take 5, which gives us 15 equals a times -5, which means a is -3. This is concave down. Anyway, we didn't need to sketch it, so we know y equals -3 outside of x plus 1, x take 5. You won't always get the intercepts though, and out of question 12, they've already, you won't always get the y-intercept though. So for question 12, they've already told us the zeros of this one. So let's have a look at 12a. They've told us the coefficient of x squared is 3. So we know that a is 3 because a is always the coefficient of x squared. Coefficient of x squared. So we know y equals 3. Outside of x, take 2, x, take 8. Let's have a look at 12b. We know the y-intercept equals 16, negative 16, so this is the point 0, negative 16. So we know negative 16 equals a, we don't know a this time, 0 take 2, 0 take 8. So we know negative 16 is a times, it's going to come out as positive 16, so a equals negative 1. So y equals negative 1, or just negative x take 2, x take 8. If we have a look at 12c, now 12c and 12d, we both have different points to substitute in. We have the point 5, negative 12, and we have the point 1, 20, negative 20. So these are just as doable. They just, the maths is a little bit more complicated. So here, we've still got our y equals ax take 2, x take 8. But here, we're going to use the point x equals 5, y equals minus 12. So we're going to sub that point in. Minus 12 equals a outside of 5 take 2, 5 take 8. So we've got minus 12 equals a times 5 take 2 is 3, 5 take 8 is negative 3, 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. So a is negative 12 over negative 9, which comes out as positive 4 over 3. So we know the equation is positive 4 over 3, x take 2, x take 8. And we're going to do 12d the exact same way, but I'm going to do it up here because I can't fit it in. Here we know the point we're subbing in is x equals 1, y equals minus 20. So we can say we can say negative 20 equals a outside of 1 take 2, 1 take 8. So we know negative 20 is a times negative 1 times negative 8 is positive 7. So a is negative 20 on 7. There's nothing nice about this question. That's it. So y equals negative 20 on 7 outside of x take 2, x take 8. So all of these questions used the same general form whenever you've got it factorised, and this is why we do like having it factorised. You know the x-intercept straight away, you can find the a value. And then if you wanted, you could expand it, so 20 out of x, negative 20 over x times these ones down here, that would expand to x squared, take 10x plus 16, and then negative 20 out of over 7 times that, so negative 20 over 7x squared. Take negative 20 over 7 times 10, negative 200 over 7x, plus negative 20 over 7 times 6. It's not nice, so we would leave it factorised. They have not asked it in general form. That's it for those questions 10, 11 and 12 there. You kind of approach them all the same way. Thanks.